Okay, this is John Spencer. We just actually wrapped up a orientation for Champion Chevrolet over here in Howell, Michigan. So, John, just a couple questions for you. As far as the initial contact, the initial email that you got, how did you feel that all went down? And then how do you feel it transitioned into the actual first interview you did with me?
Well, when I got the interview, I thought it was really interesting how you guys pronounced what the opportunity was. You guys are very direct about what the who was hiring, who was looking for what positions. So it kind of gave me an idea of that I can apply to any of these positions. I was just not getting narrowed down to one, which was kind of exciting to have the opportunity for more opportunities, which was initially very nice and very exciting for the initial contact part. When I got the phone call to come in for the interview, I thought, sitting through the interview process, I thought it was very intriguing and very enticing. I thought it taught you how to sell. I think it went over a lot of good selling of how to sell in the car industry, which I thought was good for a lot of people who don't have sales experience. Myself, who doesn't have sales experience in the car industry, which was nice to see. It was refreshing and kind of see the statistical numbers of how people can generate more business, I would say, in the car industry through the stats that you provided through your training seminar. I guess we could call
orientation, right?
Orientation, which was nice to have.
Okay, so let me ask you this: obviously you did a little bit of I think was it financial advising or insurance or mortgages. Okay, so you did the mortgage background. So you had a little bit of a taste of something in sales as far as programs and things of that nature. How do you think the orientation will help you if you were to move forward into the industry with Champion Chevrolet?
I think it'll help me in the fact that it'll allow me to hone in on the certain numbers or the certain ways to create the business, bring that business back. A lot of things that I was unsuccessful with in my past was not doing the follow-ups or when should I follow up. Obviously, mortgages and in cars are two different natures of the beast in the industries. But in the car industry, it was really fascinating. I think that's where I could find my focusing on is that follow-up and call back to bring those clients and customers back into the sale.
Oh.
And those follow-ups, and I think that's a selling point in the car industry because, I think you mentioned that 50% maybe come in, or I think it was 10% the first time will come in and buy. Sorry, I don't have my notes on me.
It's okay.
But I think that's really fascinating. So that the other half is the ones who are not buying that initial first contact. But if you can follow up and stick with it, you're going to generate a lot more sales. I think you said it was 86 or 88% of the time you're going to get that sale, which is nice to have, knowing that you're going to create a lot more business for yourself, and that's a lot more opportunity.
Right. Well, obviously we threw a lot of percentages at you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So we did it in a very short period of time. So we talked about the 67% will close if you get them in, at 33% will come with good follow up, right? So,
right. Yeah.
So that's okay. That's okay. At least you got some of the numbers and on that end of it. And I think that's our point is to for you guys to make sure. Hey, listen, let's put the percentages in our favor at the end of the day. And when you do that, you have a better chance of success, less frustration, high success rate. And that's kind of our goal on the orientation. So, do you think you would have ever had considered getting into the auto industry had we not contacted you?
I've always told I could have been a car salesman, but I never would consider it just because. I guess I never thought of myself in the car industry. I'm not a big car person. I don't find myself fascinated with cars. I like driving trucks.
Right.
I like going off-roading, but the ins and outs and nicks and necks of the car industry wasn't my forte.
Right. Well, hey, I enjoyed the time we spent together. I know you have a second interview coming up with Champion Chevrolet here, and obviously wish you the best of luck and appreciate your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, John.